Hey everybody, I'm Dylan Laurent, and today on my informative speech, I decided to talk about how to run a proper football route from the wide receiver position, and it truly is something you have to work a lot at. So I just thought an informative speech on it would be good because football is a popular sport, and I feel like not a lot of people truly know um, the art behind it and some of the tactics. It's kind of like a game of chess. So I would just like to discuss the position at the wide receiver position and how truly beautiful it can be because I love football. I'm a football connoisseur and eat, sleep, drink, bleed it. It's one of my favorite things, as some of you might know. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive into it. And my general goal today is just to make somebody who doesn't understand a lot about the game a little more informative about it, and just maybe they'll like it and be attracted to the game or the sport, the position, anything. Maybe their dad played offensive guard in high school and he's a Packers fan and they just like seeing their dad happy when the Packers win, so they can maybe understand a little bit more and impress somebody. Um, a few of the routes I'm going to go over is a hitch route, which is 10 yards and stop, a post route, which is you go straight and you go in, kind of like an envelope, and a corner is just the opposite. You go straight and you break out. So post is in, corner's out. You go to the corner of the end zone, which is where you score, and also a fade route. And we're going to go over different releases as well. Releases is just when the start of the route, when you have to get yourself open to create space from the defensive back, the guy guarding you. And that's and I'm going to also go over, I'm sorry about the people in the back. This is where I live, and I can't tell them to stop sawing whatever they're sawing. But I'm sure you guys will be able to hear me still, and it'll be okay. So first, we're gonna go over my stance, or our stance. So stance is very important because this is the base, this is the start, and you can't build a house if you don't have a good platform. So this is your platform. This is where you start. So think about it like this: you don't want to be out of your frame ever, not inside, not outside. You always want to be in, and you don't want to be too tall. You don't want to be too low. You want to be in the middle, like a good stance, like good. Not too high, not too low, but in the middle and ready to be explosive out of your break. So you can be like this, anything you want, anything you want. You go 1, 2, break, and then go in, just whatever. Doesn't matter. So you got to be able to have a good stance, not too out, not too so shoulder widths, not too far. You want to be comfortable. A little bend in the leg, and your hands always have to be ready. Because if a DB puts hands on you, you got to be able to get his hands off you. It's wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi. So, right here is your good stance. Not too high, not too low, in the middle, looking at the ball. And we're waiting for the cadence, which is when the quarterback says, ready, set, hike. And usually before the ball is snapped, you know the cadence. So it could be on 2, so it could be ready, set, hike, and then you go. But you're just looking at the ball. That's why people look in, and you're waiting for them to say hike. And now we'll go into the releases. So we'll go over a single freeze, a double freeze, and an old school go. So here's what we call a single freeze. It's easy. It's just what it sounds like. It's just one move. You freeze, and then you go. So it's like, say the ball's in here. I'm looking. You go 1, 2, and it's kind of like a crossover. It's kind of like a crossover. So one more time. You go 1, 2, and then you're out. And a lot of it is your hips and your arms, not just your feet. So it comes with your posture. You got to be explosive. So one more time, you go 1, 2, and you're out. All right, now a double freeze would just be this. You go in, out, in, and then you're gone. So that's a double freeze. One more time, looking at the ball, you go in, out, in, and then you're out of there. A lot of it's telling your eyes to. And then we'll go over the old school go, and as well as the arc. I forgot to mention the arc, but here's the arc. Here's the old school go. So it's an old school fade route. You gotta go. You gotta win. So you're right here. You go boom, and you're going. You're selling. You're running as fast as you can. Forrest Gump just got shot, and you gotta get out of there. Here's an arc release. Sounds just what it is. You kind of arc. You go like this because you kind of want to see what the DB is doing. It's usually a short route. when you're doing arc, because you want to eat up the cushion and you want to get in between his safe zone. And you want him flat-footed. So an arc release is just set height. You go arc, and you see what he's doing. And you're ready. Now we'll go over our routes. So a 10-yard hitch route right here. Yeah, set height. It's just 10 yards. And you want to sink the hips and stop and absorb the football and be ready to turn upfield. Just a 10-yard stop route. Think of just running in a straight line, turning around. That's a hitch. Easy. Now a post, it's a little different. It's a little different, but you just run. You run your route. Get your good release. Say the DB's in outside shade. Quarterback's in here. I'm gonna give him a single freeze. I'm gonna get on top. I'm gonna stack. So what stack means is get back on your track. You don't want to be like way out here. You want to get back to where you started. You want to sell the eyes and you sink and then give your move. Because if I just run to the corner route, once I'm stacked and I just go here, it's easy. It's easy. Anybody can guard that. But it's all about my eyes and my hips. So see, I get my release, I stack, I sell, and I'm out of there. Now a corner is just the same thing, but opposite. Exactly opposite. You're going to the corner of the end zone. So I'm going to come right here. Look at my quarterback. Get best release. Because usually the slot receiver, the inside receiver runs this, not the outside. Because the outside can't run a corner. Doesn't make sense. Usually a fade route. Anyways, you go, you get your inside release, you stack, you get back on top, you sell the eyes, and you plant, and you're out. You can't. Eyes are very important. You can't just get on top and then break to where you're going. You gotta look the other way. So like, you just get out of there. Now for the old school go fade ball. This is the last one right here. We're gonna come right here. We're gonna get ready, and you just gotta go. And you gotta arc release, and it's a fade. So you're gonna come arc, and you're just going. And that's simply, you're a better athlete. You're gonna win, and he's not gonna guard you because your coaches have faith and they need a touchdown. Thank you guys so much for coming. This was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm clearly out of shape. I'm almost out of breath right now from this. But have a good rest of you guys' day and stay safe out there. Thank you.